Hello and welcome to a weird raccoon has somehow become immune to her allergy medication. Good afternoon. No, it's not morning. It's not afternoon. It's night. Good morning. Night, morning. Nining. No, that doesn't sound right. Anyway, hello. Boo-hi-yo. My soft palate is so itchy. I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here. It's 4 a.m. for most of us. Not everyone. Some people are at work. Some people are just starting their day. It's 1 for me. You know, there's lots of things that are happening. It's fine. It's fine. But hello. Happy Tuesday / Wednesday. My fucking eye is itchy. I'm dying. And it's not even like in a normal way. You know, usually I'm like, I'm sick. I hurt. The sun is too hot. The weather is too cold. No. Today's complaint is that my allergies, I have somehow outpaced my allergy medication, so it doesn't work. So tomorrow I have to get up early because I've got an appointment to hopefully get different allergy medication. Because mine suddenly stopped working, and so I've been sneezing up a fucking storm, and I'm sniffy and shit. I'm all stuffy, and my nose is constantly tingly, and my eyes are itchy, and the top of my mouth is itchy. I want to itch the inside of my mouth. Have you tried doubling the dosage? Yes. I've also previously taken multiple types of allergy medication at once so that they work better. To stop having allergies. I fucking wish that's how that worked, man. I really wish. Yeah, it's serious. Well, it's not super early, but it's early for me, you know? Yeah. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You get really tired, so you sleep it off. Man, I wish that's how my illness has worked. Most of the time, honestly, it's just chronic shit that's just always there. But you know, it is what it is. Hate to break it to you that thus happen. I'm assuming you mean that does happen when you take it for a long time, but yes, it does, which is why there's multiple types of allergy medication, which is also why I'm like, I have to go find a new one. Also, you know, for some people, there's just certain allergy medications that don't work. Although that's not the case this time, because this one used to fucking work. But reaching into your mouth and scratching the roof of your mouth sounds cursed. Could I do that? No, don't do that. Scratching the top of your mouth is not a safe thing to do if you've got a workable gag reflex. So don't do that. It's bad. Although I did get a good scratch in. You know, there was one good scratch at the very least. Please use your toothbrush or something, not your nails. Why? My nails are perfectly fine, thank you very much. I recently cleaned my hands. And by that I mean approximately 5 minutes ago. Only because I was dealing with the bunny's litter previously, so, you know, I did the thing. You can just scratch and gag. Yeah, well, that's not the most fantastic thing to do. So, yeah. Recently, yes, like within the last 5 minutes, because I did something that necessitated hand washing. You know? Because usually people don't wash their hands for no reason. Usually it's because they've done something that means they should wash their hands. Like, touch things they're not supposed to, or being on public transit, or before they eat, or after they use the bathroom, you know? Those are all important times to wash your hands. But you don't wash your hands randomly. You wash your hands randomly. Do you work in a facility that has children and or people who are ill? By any chance? Because then yeah, that makes sense. But most people don't just randomly wash their hands. In fact, most people don't even fucking wash their hands when they're supposed to. Which is fucking disgusting. Some people don't even fucking wash their hands after they take a shit. Crazy. the things people learned when the panini rolled around and people were like, I don't want to wash my hands. I never wash my hands. What do you mean? You're an engineer, but you're trained in microbiome. Yeah, that makes sense. You've seen coworkers not wash hands after that. Disgusting. Disgusting. Terrible. I'm a bit of a germaphobe, so you wash your hands like 20 times a day. See, I'm not like super germophobic because like I take public transit. I couldn't take public transit if I was, you know? But I did buy myself soap specifically to use while in Japan. Because last time I was there was a lot of public washrooms that didn't have like soap and hand dryers. So they look like they're little, like, you know the little mints that you put on your tongue, you know? The little minty things that are like little thin pieces of paper. Anyway, I bought a thing of soap that essentially is like that. So they're just like these like little like squares of soap. And then you can they're not even tablets. I wouldn't call them tablets, because tablets means that they have some like thickness to them. These are like see-through. They're like just enough to get a lather for your hands sort of idea. Yeah, just don't mix them up. I wouldn't. These ones are pink. I got them because they said that they smell like strawberry. They do not smell like strawberry. I used one just to test because I didn't want to drag them with me to Japan if they weren't actually like useful. But yeah, it gave me a lather. It felt nice and clean. So I was like, okay, great, perfect. So I'm gonna bring those with me because, I like being able to fucking wash my hands after I pee. Even if you're not like, you know, even if you're like, I didn't touch anything, so it's fine. Well, it's not that there's no soap. It's that there's some places where there was a noted lack of soap. Usually it was in like, you know, if you were in a train station and there just like wasn't any left and they hadn't fixed it, or in some public bathrooms there just like wasn't a soap dispenser. Yeah, it depends, right? So I brought some of my own because, and the soap is bad generally, yeah. Because especially with transit there, given how many people there are, I want to make sure that I'm not like, you know, like holding stuff while standing and then like fucking putting things in my mouth, right? Does that make sense? I feel like that's just a really bad time, and I don't want to be sick my entire trip. Like one poor baby girl that I know recently has been quite sick on her trip. Oh, fucking. I don't want that to be me, you know? I want to be a perfectly acceptable raccoon in Japan. Now, as I say that, I'll probably need to buy some fucking masks or something while I'm there. Not even because I'm sick, but just because if I have allergies, people are gonna, like, side-eye me. And I don't want to be the person that gets side-eyed, you know? At least I can be respectfully side-eyed, question mark. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yay. This sick drama is funny. Oh, poor fucking baby man. God damn it. Oh, well, hopefully they're still having fun. I think they had a silly little Zatsu earlier. Yeah. You're speaking of the sea that's also a star sign? What does that have to do with that? What does that have to do with that? That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah. Oh, I got a notification on my phone that popped up that was like, oh, your Airbnb trip is in 3 weeks. I'm excited, but I'm also not ready. Is the sick traveler one who may be known for being very vocally loud? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's so soon! It's so soon! And then as soon as I get back from my trip, it's time for debut. Which means I have 3 weeks to flesh things out for debut. Where am I going in 3 weeks? To Japan. I'm going to Japan. La. Of course, I won't be leaving you guys high and dry. I will indeed be doing a couple of streams while I'm there. Obviously, not as many as when I'm up and around here. Because I will actually have a life for once in my life. I will be going outside to touch grass and shit. Which, yes, I know, very rare, crazy. But I also did purchase purchased a mic that I hopefully will be able to use to bring you guys on like Twitter Spaces or something. And then I can like take pictures and I can post them in the Twitter Space. Well, in the thread that the Twitter Space will be on. I can bring you guys with me. Yeah. Good luck with that in Tokyo. Look, I'm gonna do my fucking best, okay? I'm gonna do my fucking best. Will it be good? Maybe not. Okay. Alright. Fuck you. If it doesn't work, then it's fine because, I'll just do Zatsu's late at night or something. I'll do Zatsu's late at night or something. Yeah. Which I guess will be weirdly timed for you guys. Apologies, but hello. You need something to sleep to? Ah, well, I don't know if this is necessary. I'll try my best not to be too loud, but hello. So a normal stream? Wow, they might be like normal for normal people, not even normal for me, depending on the time, you know? Right, depending on the time. I don't know, I have to look that up. Because I think when I did look, my normal streaming hours were like midday or something in Japan. So, yeah. Should be fine, just so you can't record things with it. Yeah, I mean, I specifically got it. You can use it as a mic if you plug it into a computer. I'm gonna test that one versus the other USB mic that I have already to see if, like, because if the USB mic is like well better, I'm gonna bring that with me too. It's actually already packed. But if the DJI Mini is okay in terms of audio quality, then I might just do that and it'll be fine. But yeah, I can use it with my phone and I can use it on a PC. And then when I get back someday, we can use it for like the 3D chibi model that I have. It'll work for that, so I can clip it onto myself. And then I can move around and you guys won't have to hear weird things as like I move away from the mic and stuff. Like, so it'll be clear audio no matter what. I can lay on the fucking floor. I mean, it won't get face tracking if I lay on the floor, but you know what I mean. You know. It'll be a mic that goes with me, so I can do more stuff. That was the original purpose of getting it, and then I was like, bonus things. Yeah. Have you used your camera mic for a PC mic before? Yeah. So I know that it's doable because I did researching beforehand. How do you know the 3D chibi mic right now? What? Oh, yeah. So I have to make sure that I'm, like, it's my normal mic. I have to make sure that I stay, like, within a certain range. Which is why sometimes it would sound silly if I were to, like, stand up or move around or do other things. So in this case, I, in theory, will be able to use it for doing more stuff if I were to move around more. Not that I do move around all that much, but, you know, it is what it is. In theory, it'll be great. Yeah, I have many theories. Will they work? Who the fuck knows, you know? Just be careful not to use it everywhere as many think you're a bit sus. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna, like, fucking do weird shit, okay? I'm not a weird shit doer. My one plan... My one plan that I actually have planned to take you guys with me, if the mic works and sounds okay and the reception's not too spotty, I want to go to an aquarium. I want to walk through an aquarium with you guys. But it might be weird because I'll be talking to myself the whole time, but I thought it would be fun. I could take pictures and post them for you guys. It'd be like a little aquarium. Ha 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 ha. We could go together. Pekoe's respecting Traveler, not one of those public nuisance streamers. That's the hope. That is the hope. So, like, there would just be times where maybe it's, like, noises of the aquarium ASMR. Children running down a hallway ASMR. Yeah. The nuisance streamers kind of ruined streaming in Japan. Yeah, so I wouldn't be, like, streaming. Like, I wouldn't have, like, a camera up or anything. It would be a Twitter space. And then I would, like, you know, take pictures of stuff and I could post them on Twitter or whatever as well. But, like, I don't want to... I'm not the type of person to like have a camera and be like, yeah guys, this is what we're doing today. Abso-fucking-lutely not, you know? Do ASMR in the train that ends and someone acknowledges you on the train. I actually was thinking like, I could, like, rather than like, a lot of people do like fun little like walk around, you can see where things are. I was thinking like, if I just mic'd myself up, I could just like walk around and like you guys I could like record it and then you guys could like listen to it, you know? Just like walking ASMR. I don't fucking... A walking tour of fucking, I don't know. We'll go to Aki together. Go to Ikebukuro together. Well, you know, just listen to things. Yeah. Be careful of reflective surfaces. Oh no, for sure, Z's. I mean, to be fair, that's why part of the reason I'm not going to be walking around with a camera in general. I'm a raccoon, you know? I've got to keep it secret. But for Twitter Spaces and stuff, it's just my voice, so it just sounds like I'm gonna be talking to myself. Ike and C Pico going to a host. Wait, I thought that those were in. Aren't host clubs in like Kabukicho? I thought Ikebukuro was like anime, but like for girls usually. You know? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hi. Yeah, it's just gonna be audio for the most part. Yeah, and like pictures. Yeah, pictures. The red light part. I'm not going to the red light district. Crazy. I'm not. Why would I walk in that direction? That's wild. The only reason I would ever go into a red light district is if they had a really cool themed love hotel. Because I've never been to one, but I've always kind of wanted to. Like back when I did more cosplay stuff, I was like, ooh, it'd be really cool to go to a fun, like a themed love hotel. You know? I just think that would be kind of neat. But at the same time, I feel like that's just generally a bad idea. It's generally speaking just a bad idea. Pico takes boobays to red light district. Stream title would be good clickbait. You imagine it's just like a fucking, like, I just do a video that's like, all right, guys, we're gonna go to all the sus places I can find. Here's like such and such hotel in like this particular area. Yeah, here's the 18 plus section in a donkey. Yeah. If you go to love hotels by yourself, you might get hit on. No, I mean, I'm not super worried about that. Just more like, I'm not overly fond of going into like areas where I feel like I'm not supposed to be. And obviously, I don't belong. I don't belong in a love hotel. Although it would be really cool because I've seen YouTube videos on them. That's why I thought that they were neat to begin with. But like, you can order food and stuff, and a lot of them are like no contact, so there's like no people, so they're like privacy. But there's, the themed ones look so cool, man. That's what it is. I just want to see a themed space. I loved themed spaces. When I would like, when I used to do like photo shoots and stuff, sometimes I would particularly look for spaces that were like very specifically themed. I just think it's neat. I just think it's fun. You would need to cosplay a dude and have friends with you to get into most love hotels, you think? But a lot of them don't even have people manning them. You know? A lot of them don't even have people manning them. So I don't know why you would get turned away. Unless it's like, do you have to have two people or something? Do they like go by silhouette and you need two silhouettes to be able to go into a room? That seems biased. What if I want to love myself? Question mark. Yeah. Same TH. Yeah. Still time for you to research themed love hotels if you want to do that. Shut up! Doesn't sound sad. It doesn't sound sad. Thank you very much. I don't know, but there's like, I don't know, I don't want to go to a normal one. I want to go to a cool themed one. Go to a cool, if I'm not bothered, why would I want to go to a normal hotel? Like, that's boring. That's boring. I could go to a normal hotel anyway, anytime. And I feel like a normal love hotel is probably going to be the same, just less cool. You know? Oh no, I was gonna say they probably don't have a cuck chair, but honestly, they probably do have a cuck chair. Actually, I don't know. Is there enough space in Japanese hotels to have a cuck chair? Because they're really small. I did stay in one last year on my very last day. I don't think it did have a chair. But I think a Love Hotel would. Yeah, the one hotel that I stayed in didn't. It just had a bed, and the bed had a headboard that had like a whole bunch of stuff built in, and then it had a desk with a little TV, and that's it. In animes, they do. Tuck chair. Yeah, the tuck chair in all hotels. You can't tell me I'm wrong. Every single fucking hotel I've ever been in, there's like the bed, and then for some reason, there's just one chair in the corner of the room, diagonally angled in towards the rest. It's just how it works. Yeah, I'm in and around Tokyo mostly. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it more. I don't know. I feel like I would want to do it, and then I would get there, and then I would be too awkward to follow through. You know. I feel I'm the type of person to like make grandiose plans, but then I would get there and like get too awkward and not actually follow through. Which is kind of the reason why I'm like, that's really cool, and in theory I would love to go to one, but unless I could like convince extrovert friend that she wants to do it, there's a high chance that I would not actually follow through, you know? Just about anything I've ever done is like, you know, there needs to be like a person being like, yeah, do the thing, and then I can do the thing. But yeah, even like, I mean, I've said this before, like when I started cosplaying, I only cosplayed men for a really long time. And it was like only when I had like friends who were into like more cosplay stuff, and then got into like photo shooting stuff, and then got into other things. That's like, I could only kind of like I was like, I inched along with them, like, all right, that's fine. I got the cheerleader, and they were like, yeah, come do the thing, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna come do the thing. It'll be fine. Cause I mean, you guys know me well enough to know how I am, I guess. Take Elia. Could you imagine? Hey, Elia, we've decided that I'm bringing you to a love hotel. That's gonna go well. That's gonna go. You know what? Here, I'll message her. I'll message her right now. Hey, Elia, chat thinks we should go to a themed love hotel. Kitty face. Done. Yeah, we'll go to the maid cafe, and then we'll go to the love hotel. I mean, are there themed love hotels in Aki? I feel like, because I feel like that's where most of the maid cafes are, is like Akihabara. It's just for content, I swear. Haha, unless. Yeah. That cat face might have made it worse. What do you mean? The cat face means that I'm like, hey, you want to do a thing? You know? Yeah, so when you went to cons, you never went on your own? I have been to, I think, 2 conventions ever by myself. And one wasn't technically by myself. I was still going with a friend back when I was in high school. I went with one friend, but then she had to do something for the day because her mom was there with us. And so they were doing other things. I think it was SoccerCon in Seattle. Yeah, it was SoccerCon in Seattle. And so I went to a Code Geass photo shoot all by myself. And I met a whole bunch of people. And then I was me. So I decided we were friends, and I went home with them. Which, looking back on that, bad decision, Pekoe, but they were actually nice people, so it was fine, and I went back to the convention afterwards. Yeah, if you ever wonder why I am the way that I am, yeah. Anyway, yeah, they were cool, they were older girlies, and I was like, nice. and they were like, I live close. You want to come back? We can get some snacks and shit. And I was like, yeah, my friend's not here, so perfect. I need some people to hang out with. And that's how she became a ghost. No. They were nice. I never saw them again really afterwards. I still remember one of their names. Because, yeah, that was the first time I ever did anything at a convention by myself. And then the other convention that I went to by myself, or that I did things by myself, was at Offkai last year, my very first Offkai. Otherwise, yeah, no, I don't do things by myself. I generally chicken out of doing things by myself. Yeah, so that's part of the reason I'm really, really excited for the trip to Japan, because I've never been just about anywhere by myself. The only other time I've been anywhere with people that I didn't know super well was one time when I flew to do some voice work, back when I did voice work, and I met with all of the other people who were also part of this particular recording when we were at the studio and stuff. But I didn't really know them beforehand, so I was really awkward. But that was more just because, like, I had to be there because it was, like, it was work, you know? But yeah, I don't generally do things by myself. Sounds like a lot of chickening. It is, okay? I know, I understand that. Look, I can talk a big game. I can come across as being more confident and extroverted than I am. And I think a lot of people end up being quite surprised that I am a lot more, like, reserved or, I don't know if shy is even just awkward. Yeah. Well, yeah, because you guys, I think, for some people don't really, are always, there's always people who are surprised when I say I'm introverted or awkward or shy in public, because I yap so much when I'm hanging out with you guys and I'm streaming here. And then when I did cosplay, there were a lot of people who were surprised that I was introverted because there's some luge fucking cosplay, you know? And because I was friends with a, extrovert friend who is, like, incredibly outgoing and who knows everybody. So, I think people tend to be surprised that, that in reality, I'm much more, you know? That's not to say that I'm gonna shut up in real life either. My close friends just get everything. You know, if I'm comfy, then I talk about everything and anything. But when I'm generally just out and about, especially if I'm not with people that I know, then I just try to, like, not exist, you know? Rebby said you're confident and cool so you can pretend. I try so hard, you don't even understand. I was trying so hard to be, like, the cool older sister. When I met Rebby at Offkai, man, I, was like, hey, you want anything? I'm gonna go get some snacks. Oh, perfect. And I, went and I bought everyone snacks because they were, sitting in the living room and watching TV and they were playing, little quiz games and songs and stuff. And yeah, I went out and bought snacks because mostly it was I need to leave the house. There's too many people here. That's honestly what it was. I needed to leave the house because I was getting overwhelmed, and I used it to also make myself look good. But I did my best, you know? I did my best. Yay. Wow. Yay. Clever, yeah. Look, okay, I'm awkward as fuck, but I'm also old enough to know that sometimes I just need space, and sometimes I can think of a reason to get space, like I did then. Yeah. Even asking that question seems out of character for you. I was trying really hard, okay? To be fair, usually I wouldn't ask that kind of thing because I know what the people around me generally like, right? in terms of snackies. I just bring them. I know what people like. I know what my boss lady at work, I know what her favorite chip is. I know what most of my coworkers enjoy. So like yesterday, I actually bought them candy on my lunch break because I was going for a walk anyway because I wanted to go pick something up. And I was like, oh, well, I'm here. I'm just going to get some candy. And then I saw one that I heard one of them talking about. And I was like, great, perfect. And I just grabbed that and a couple of other things because I was like, ha. So yeah, usually I don't ask. Usually I just buy stuff and pray that I was right and it was particularly this person who wanted it. But I don't know, I do like getting things for people anyway, right? Like, I got a bubble tea for myself and Roro, and I offered it to everyone else who was around, you know? And like, you know, when people want things or like they're looking at things but they're not wanting to get them, I usually, well, I'm like, perfect. You know? But yeah. It's nice to be able to give others stuff. It is. It absolutely is. And yet, they don't know you. Looking at you, Infusion. No, they know. They know well enough. That's why they fucking called it an infusion. I don't buy friendship. I don't. Mainly at this point because I did used to try. Because all of my friends now I've had for like 10 years. Also because now I don't have any money, so I can't. But, yeah. No, I learned that trying to purchase things in lieu of friendship did not work very well. Cause yeah, there were a lot of things I tried in order to like make friends or keep friends, cause I have some fun little abandonment issues and some other things that I think I've talked a couple of times about, at the very least vaguely, in general. So yeah. So it's been a learning journey, But you know, it is what it is, right? Do your coworkers know about the Japan trip? They do. Yeah, they all know I'm going because I've been like, in fact, one of them was talking to, so the one that likes HoloLive, was asking all of the coworkers like about, oh, should I get this hat? You know, it's a Ina's beanie, because I've told you guys that his Kamiyoshi is Ina. So he was asking everyone, like, do you think it's worth it? Should I do it? And it's like, you know, like a $40-something hat, plus it's fucking Geek Jack, and so therefore shipping is more expensive than the fucking item. Oh, I hate Geek Jack. Anyway, so everyone was like, yeah, if you, like, you don't spend your money on anything other than these girls anyway, and, like, if you want it and you think you're gonna love it, then get it. And then one of the coworkers was like, wait, why don't you just make Pekoe go get it for you? Isn't she going to Japan? And I was like, yeah, but that's not... I had to explain how VTuber merch works and how, like, most of it is not going to be, like, in a physical store for you to buy. A true taco in question, they would just buy... Okay, this man has bought, like, 12 boxes of HoloLive trading cards in the last month. And also an Ina hoodie. I think it was, like, a question of does he want dinner or the hat? Because it's like $100 hat. Please remember, I am Raccoonadian. Yeah. He has a full fucking binder just of shiny cards now. Like, what the fuck? Actually insane. This man is actually insane. Think it's time we need to talk with that man, yeah. He keeps bringing the boxes in to, like, force coworkers to open them. And so then he keeps getting me to, like, tell people about VTuber. I'm like, I feel like I'm the VTuber prophet now, but specifically just HoloLive. And the thing is I like HoloLive. I do. But I'm not like super into HoloLive, you know? I would say that most of the people that I watch now are, like, indies or small corporate VTubers. I do watch some HoloLive girls, but I'm not like full send into HoloLive, you know? So sometimes he's like, okay, tell them about this person. And I'm like, let me Google it. Oh, God. Gotta be the advocate, yeah. Enos King. I see we have some tacos. But yeah, like, I like a lot of the Hollow girls. And I watch, I would say that I watch more casually when it comes to Hollow Live. Because yeah, I do tend to spend a lot more time with indies or small corporate girls in terms of like where I would say that I am like a more hardcore supporter when it comes to VTubers nowadays. I used to be big into like Hollow and Niji back when they were kind of starting in EN, you know, back when the initial like VTuber booms were going on. Cause yeah, I definitely did follow them at that point, but yeah, I think very much I've branched out into a lot of other girlies. So yeah, a few years ago I was deep. Yes, yeah, same Waverly. Yeah, if this was like a couple of years ago, I would know a butt ton of like everything that was going on, like what's happening, what events are going on. But yeah, I've moved away from like Hollow and Niji. And like the bigger corporations into like just, you know, like I said, like smaller corps and like indie girls and I don't know. It's just personal preference, I guess. It's just personal preference, and it is what it is. Yeah. You know, the floor we placed thy wisdom. There's many wisdom. I have no wisdom. I need wisdom. I used to have another person to pray for wisdom from, but now I can't pray to anyone. It's just me. It's just me, the dead raccoon. There is no wisdom here. There's only prayers for help. You watch more indies and small corpo now than Hololive VTubers? Yeah. I think, you know, that sometimes happens, or some people move in the other direction. They start with indies, they get into it through streamers that way, and then they move towards things like Hololive. And I think that that's perfectly okay. I think that there's an Oshi out there for everybody, and everyone just needs to find it. Yes. Yeah. One time you were Niji, Sanji, Hako, Oshi, you know, all of Niji, and actually watch them. That was before Hololive beat Holo. Before Hololive beat Holo. What? Am I American raccoon or Japanese raccoon tanuki? I'm not a tanuki. I have a weird cousin who was a tanuki, but I'm a raccoon. Yeah, I'm just a little guy. I'm just a raccoon. I am a purveyor of good trash. Yes. I am a purveyor of good trash. That is indeed what we are doing here. We are just chilling and eating garbage and doing all the good things. What do you mean Tanuki's better than Raccoon? They are not. They are not. Excuse you. Excuse you. Raccoon have cute little grabby hands. And we wash things. And we scavenge things. And we can stand up on our hind legs and beg. This raccoon's so much cooler. So much cooler. Thank you very much. Yeah. My cousin was a tanuki. Yeah. Well, I don't know what she's up to now. I mean, I guess she technically is a tanuki, but I don't know. She doesn't really exist. She went back to the raccoon world. I haven't fucking seen her since. I died, and then I am home. Yep. eSIMs have caused... Why have eSIMs caused you headaches? Wait, why? Why? eSIMs are so much easier to use than like a traditional SIM card when you're going places. She finally... Well, I don't know if she's in jail, but... Oh, your phone... Wait, phones can still be Oh, right. America. Yeah, so... Phones can't be carrier locked in Raccoon-adia. It's actually illegal. Yeah. So I kind of forgot that was a thing, I'm not gonna lie. Your phone plan is an international plan. See, I have a plan that's my phone plan is North America, so like Raccoon, United States, yeah, and Mexico, but not Japan. So I can't load other eSIMs into your phone as a result. Yeah, if it's locked, then yeah. Can you not get it unlocked? Will they not do that for you? It's like if you go into a store and do the thing, will they not like be like, haha, we can fix it? No. But that sucks. That sucks. Yeah, not only is the Flip 7 eSIM compatible, apparently it has like fucking 4 eSIM spots or something. I did actually bring it in just in case, because I am, in fact, old enough to remember the days where phones were carrier locked. And I went in and I was like, okay, I know that this law was passed and they're not supposed to be, but since I haven't paid off my phone in full technically, can I get an eSIM when I go to Japan? And the guy like looked up my account, did all the things, and was like, yeah, you can get 4 eSIMs. And I was like, I don't need 4 eSIMs. I just want to make sure that I can get one when I go and I don't have to bring my old phone with me. And they were like, yeah, oh yeah, no, we're Raccoonadian, so it is unlocked. And I was like, great, perfect. Nice. Gave this poor man a fucking thumbs up and left the store like he did not make any money and he had to spend time looking up my account. I feel bad for that. But you know what it is, okay? I needed to know. You spent 2 days asking your carrier to unlock it. That's crazy. That's too much. That's too much. Will you ever get a Raccoon girl standee to go with a Tanuki girl standee? Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Oh. They have eSIM travel plans at the airport you can get for like $30. Why would I could just get one on my phone. Yeah, I did see that Abroad in Japan has a new eSIM thing. I usually just go with Airlo or Airlo or however the fuck you say it. Because I have the app on my phone and I've used it for multiple years. I know that Saily is also popular. Yeah. But I haven't used it, so I don't know. Is it time for a new sneak peek? It's not. It's not. In part because I have nothing to sneak. Because look, not everything is done yet, okay? We're doing our best. Hello. Sneak peek. There's nothing to sneak peek. You're leaving for Asian 5. Oh my god. Good luck. All the best with you, Juicebox. All the best with you. Oh. But there is something to peek at. Who knows? Certainly not me. Because I'm fucking waiting for a reply email. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. You're crazy. It's up in the air. Literally not even I know. Wah. Bleh. Aha! Named Peek. I'm not named Pico because you get peaks, okay? That's not how that works. That is not how that works. There is one sneak peek out on the vast interwebs. Because my papa posts stuff sometimes. So there may or may not be a sneaky peeky somewhere out there of a little bit of bit. But I didn't do anything. I didn't link anything, okay? Thank you very much. Hello. Hi. Boost there. Wow. Crazy. You don't need to get to hunting. That's crazy. No, not Pabu, my papa, my rigging papa. Yeah. I did no leaking, thank you very much. I did not do any leaking. Yeah, no, not Pekoe Boo. Pekoe not on the interwebs. I think he once made a Facebook when it first became a thing because he wanted to see if any of his high school friends had a Facebook, and then some of them did, and then he deleted it because he was like, okay, we're done here. I don't need this in my life. I don't talk to these people for a reason. Yeah. So, his hobby online is looking for motorcycle parts, or he used to be looking at real estate, but he doesn't really do that anymore. Yeah. Yeah. If they tweeted it, no, I'm not retweeting it. I didn't even like it. I didn't even like it. Thank you very much. I was like, I'm gonna do my very best to keep this off of the feeds of the boobies. I'm not giving them any extra crumbs. I'm not giving them any extra crumbs. Not for free. For free? No. If she likes it, she's leaking. Exactly. I'm not leaking. I'm not. I didn't do any leaker things. Thank you very much. I did no leaking leaker things. I'll like it after my debut. I'll retweet it after my debut too, okay? Okay. It'll be non-leaky leaker until then. Non-leaky leaker. There's times though that I'm so tempted to leak things because I've got a bunch of things already loaded into my OBS. I've got a bunch of things loaded into my OBS. Like starting soon music, or a new screen, or a new BRB screen, or I think it's actually going to be the ending screen, I lied, or new chatting music. So many things loaded already, ready to go, sitting pretty. They're all here, and yet I have to make sure every time I don't click the wrong thing to unmute. I mean, technically, I kinda leaked some art that you guys haven't seen yet. Because I was asking about what colors people liked. Oh, I asked about what colors people liked. Crazy. Could those have been important key pieces of art? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know what you're talking about, Raymu. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. I don't know anything about what you're talking about. How can it count as leaked if you haven't showed us? I mean, I did leak some colors for art stuff in the Discord because I was asking what colors people liked more. It's fine though. It's fine. There's no oopsie. There's never been any oopsie. There's never ever been oopsies. I don't know what you're talking about. There have never been oopsies. Yeah, there's no oopsie embossing, say. Exactly. Couldn't possibly. Yeah. No, because like an oopsie would imply that I've made a terrible mistake. Or not even me, that my cousin made a terrible mistake. And I'm sure that she wouldn't. And I know that I wouldn't. So, So therefore we know for sure, 100% that there could not possibly be a single oopsie embossing side. Yeah, really, absolutely. I did not finish felting the tail, but I did make a cute little boobay. I made a cute little boobay, because now the boobays can come with me to Japan. I have to make your tail though. I gotta make your tail, and then I'll be done. But I got everything else done. No oopsie, because Pekoe used heavy stuff. Yeah, how big is it? It's not very big. You're just a little guy. You're just a little guy. Honestly, if I put a clip on the bottom of it, I could probably put you guys on my head. It's not very big. but I felt it a little boobie, and now I can bring you guys with me everywhere. I just need to make your guys' tail, because right now you have no tail. It's very sad. Nobody will know if there's no witnesses. Yeah. I did not tie a bunch of trash bags together and light them on fire. I'm not making myself, thank you very much. I'm making you guys. Crazy. It's technically wearable. I mean, again, if I put it on a little clip, it could be wearable. It's currently not. It's currently just a little guy, you know? But yeah, I can bring it with me everywhere. I can bring it with me everywhere. Yay. So, you know, and I only stabbed myself a handful of times. So honestly, pretty okay. But it is hard on the wrist, because it's a lot of, like, up and down, like, stab, 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 you know? I felt it a 3-inch tall bear. It was great, although compared to the instructions, it was kind of like you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Oh, no. I bought 4 different sets of felt that were made to, like, be in little kits to make different animals and stuff, and I just kind of bullshat it and prayed that it would work. And I think it turned out pretty okay, honestly. It turned out better than I thought it would originally, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Absolutely. The little guy beside our name looks like Blue Slugma from Pokemon. Okay, I mean, that is trash bags with floating wisps around them. But you know. You know, it is what it is, or whatever. No, you're not burning rubbish. You're not. You're not. Also, no one said that those were you. I was trying to find, where did I put them? No, not there. Where are the things? Why can't I find them? Where the fuck did I put these things? It's not there. It's not there. Where is it? I think I've gone crazy. I think I've gone insane. It's only illegal if you get caught. It's not. It's not. I don't know where I put it though. It's gone. Where'd it go? That's wild. Can I find it again? I don't know. I don't know. Well, for now, I guess I'll just. So I was gonna show you guys that you're like what the things were again. You know. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. There. See, here's your garbage bag. And then there's more garbage bags. Multiple garbage bags. There's garbage bags with fire. Wow, garbage bags with fire. And then there's garbage bags with even more fire. Oh. I think this is where you guys are now. So you guys don't get to see anymore. There's 4 more. You guys don't get to see anymore. You don't get to see anymore. But see, the bags aren't on fire. They're just surrounded by wisps. They're just surrounded by wisps. And wisps are just, you know, existence of ghosty activity. No, you're not. You're not. You're not trash. I'm trash. Are the Twitch subs further ahead? No. So the Twitch subs will have some that the YouTube subs, the YouTube members will not. Because the YouTube ones, you have to have like a certain number, and they only cover certain like dates, like certain time spans. Whereas you can pick more for the Twitch ones. And so to have them line up, there were some that I had to move around and stuff. So there's some that the Twitch ones have, and the YouTube ones do not. Fandom, thank you for 5 months. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah. Like there's the next one for I can show that one because I think this one is the one that's Twitch only. You got a little floating eyeball there. Got a little floating eyeball and shit. Oh, crazy. Oh, I wonder where else that floating eyeball is. Wow, I wonder, is that floating eyeball possibly somewhere else too? Does that floating eyeball possibly appear somewhere else? Oh, crazy! I wonder what the next one could fucking be. Oh. Ooh. Ah. But look how cute you guys are. Look. So cute. So cute. A pat. Fluffy. So cute. Just little guys. You know, you're just little guys. Right? Look. See? Look how cute you are. Look how cute you are. You're so fucking cute. Yeah. Where's your grabby hands? I mean, this version has grabby hands. See, you got little grabby hands. You got little grabby hands. You do. See? They're right there. Got 2 little grabby hands. Got 2 little grabby hands. Those are hands. See? You got hands. You can throw hands. Look at you. You're not letting anyone tell you shit. And you're never gonna lose at a staring contest. Yeah. What do you mean you're more powerful? No, you're not. That's crazy. Yeah. She had hands, but you don't have fingers. Look, it's not my fault you guys decided to... Yeah. What do you mean enough spoilers? This is the map. You guys have seen this. You guys have seen this is readily available. Thank you very much. This is readily available. Thank you very much. There's a full boopay ref sheet. Thank you. It's even got colors and everything. Itchy worked so hard on it. Yeah. You spec'd into eyeballs instead of fingers. It's fine, you know. Where is this available? I think it's pinned in the Discord, and I've posted it multiple times on YouTube, but put it on the screen again. Eh. Bonk. There. See? Just little guys. would be cool crochet. I was trying to find I was trying so hard to find someone to get a custom crochet that I could bring with me on my trip. That's why I ended up felting you guys instead. I ended up felting you guys instead. Have a good nighty, Boggy. Get some good rest. Get some good sleep. I mean, maybe not all of you guys have one eyeball falling off. I don't know. Oh. But essentially, you guys are just little guys. Yeah. Right? So there's this form. And there's this... Oh, that wasn't the one I wanted to put up, but yeah, that works. And this form. You know? It's not a Roomba! Crazy, crazy. Yeah. See? Look at you guys, multi-formed. All fancy and shit. One is much easier to draw. One is much easier to draw. You can ask Kana. Oh, I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if Kana or Lita would know how to do something like that. Oh, maybe I can try to calm them. But yeah, I made a little felted boobay. I just need to make your tail, and now I can bring it everywhere. On that note, I know it's only been an hour of yapping. I know it's only been like an hour of yapping, but I think we're gonna start the game because the game is essentially just yapping, right? I feel like it's a trolley problem based game, which means it must be a game that has just lots of yapping. So, I don't make you clean my floors. That's crazy. Why would I do that? Why? Why would I do that? Get a custom cake of a boop. That would be so cute. Maybe I could make it. Maybe I could make a boobay. Maybe I could decorate a boobay shaped cake. Yeah, I could